Hello everyone and welcome to Catherine Cooking Channel. Today's recipe is how to make the soft delicious sponge cake with the traditional style. The cake contains only egg, sugar, and the flour. Eating this sponge cake is very good for your health, especially there is no fat ingredient in the cake. It is also called traditional style. This is how the people from the old days make the sponge cake. This cake is also one of my favorite cake. It is also good for the old people too, since old people usually want to protect their health because they get the weak immune system, so they like this cake because it doesn't have any milk, butter or cooking oil. There are many ways to make the sponge cake, but I like this cake the most. The cake is very fluffy, a lot of air bubble inside, and it was cooked in the oven for a short time. If I compare this cake to the cake from the modern style, I like this cake much better. It is so soft, although I don't put any baking powder in it. To make the cake taste just right, not too sweet, I use 275 grams of white sugar. Just use any regular sugar. I don't use the powdered sugar since I think it is sweeter than the regular sugar. Next is the flour. You can use any flour from the all-purpose flour or the cake flour is good. I use 425 grams of flour for this cake. I usually put it through the strainer because it is easier to mix with the egg. In this recipe, I use 12 eggs. I put it in the room temperature for at least 1 hour. Do not separate the egg yolk and egg white, just keep them together in one bowl. In this recipe, I use 12 eggs. Slowly break each egg into the bowl. Then you add the sugar to the egg and mix for 1 minute. You can also add 1 tip of vanilla sugar to the egg. After mixing the egg with the sugar, transfer the egg to the mixing bowl. Now I use the machine to beat the egg. Beat the egg from 4 to 5 minutes. It is much better to use the machine to beat the egg because if you don't use the machine, you use the one that you have to hold your hand. It's gonna make your hand very tired. I put a parchment paper on the bottom of the cake pan and I don't put any cooking oil around it. Put the flour through the strainer and put it to the egg. Mix well by hand. Now pour the mixture into the cake pan and bake at the temperature of 325 for 55 minutes. The cake comes out very soft and has the golden brown color on the outside. It's so fluffy with a lot of tiny air bubbles. When I cut the cake in half, I feel it's so soft and light. Although the cake comes out very big, but when you hold it with your hand, it has a light weight. After I keep the cake for a couple days, the cake is still very soft. And the sweetness is just right. It's not too sweet and not too light. It has the taste of the vanilla sugar. I usually make this cake a lot because it is my mom's favorite cake and she always asks me to make this cake. So I keep making this cake over and over again. Before I don't eat sponge cake a lot, but now I started to eat more sponge cake. The cake is so delicious. I take the cake out of the oven right away when it's still very hot, and I cut it when it's still hot. It comes out so soft, very easy to eat. But make sure you don't eat it too much because it contains a lot of eggs. This cake has about 12 eggs in it, and the egg yolk contains almost 85% of cholesterol. So make sure you don't eat the sponge cake too much.